Hey everybody, it's your favorite nurse practitioner here, Caroline Baker, and I'd like to welcome you all back to the Mental Health Detox. If you clicked on this video, that must mean you want to learn more about coping skills for those of us who may struggle with anxiety, depression, or just living high stress lives. So stay tuned and I'll share some tips and resources with you on how you can cope. Okay, so first and foremost, let's just go ahead and do a deep dive into this. And you may want to know, what are coping skills? And so coping skills are those rituals, those techniques, those strategies, those things that we do in order to de-stress, to rid unpleasant or negative emotional or physical energy within our bodies. So those are things that we do in times of high stress moments, where circumstances are overwhelming you emotionally and mentally, the things that we do to kind of de-escalate ourselves. Some of the benefits of having coping skills is that, for one, it helps you to really get through some dire situations in life where you may be experiencing loss, you may be experiencing a lot of anxiety, depression, anger, things like that. Another benefit is it helps you overall have a mentally healthy lifestyle, a physically healthy lifestyle. Long term, you tend to be more on the healthier side. People who carry a lot of high negative energy or high stress tend to live shorter lives. They have a lot of comorbidities like diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, things like that. So there are some benefits to having some healthy coping skills. Now, there are things that are considered unhealthy, and usually if you're trying to decide what's healthy versus what's unhealthy coping skills, think of those strategies or patterns in which you do them in order to relieve some of your negative emotional energy. If they cause physical harm to your body or more harm to you, or they put you in debt, or they put you in circumstances that really just make it worse for your overall situation, they're probably on some unhealthy coping skills. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you just some healthy coping skills that you can adopt, and these can be shared with any and everybody, any age, can be used with children as well. So feel free to take these, modify them, and use them to work in your favor. First coping skill is to find the problem solve. Many times we can identify what is the root cause of our stress or our anxiety. And if there's opportunity for you to fix it, fix it. Don't let it linger because you may not want to deal with it. That is the number one factor in contributing to just unwarranted anxiety, because we may be reluctant to deal with whatever the trigger is or what the source of the problem is. The number two coping skill that I want to share with you all is to talk about it. And a lot of times, we really don't take opportunity to talk about what is causing anxiety, what is giving us stress, what is causing us to have this just unpleasant experience in life. And so I strongly encourage you to find someone of your support system or somebody that you can confide in, and just allow yourself to vent, to release, to actually speak what it is that's bothering you. And, in hopes that person may can offer you some advice or just give you a different perspective on how to think about things. Tip number 3 that I want to share with you all is changing your perspective. Sometimes changing your perspective on your problem opens up a wide variety of new solutions and ideas for you to problem solve through that situation. Sometimes changing your perspective helps you to see that whatever was causing anxiety and stress is really not the problem. There's a different source to the issue, or something else that's a contributing factor. So really take time to just try to reframe your mindset about what your problem is or what the circumstances are, and just kind of shift that energy into a different mindset. So some physical things that you can do, as far as coping skills, number 4 is take deep breaths. And that's just taking a long pause and just inhale and exhale. And doing a couple of deep breaths here and there really helps you to kind of bring everything back into focus, just kind of slow everything down, and just really helps you to just get back into that moment. It also slows your heart rate down, slows your breathing down, puts you back in control of your body's physical, and puts you back in physical control of your body and your breathing. So just take a moment and just take 5 big, long, deep breaths, and just refocus. So number 5 on my coping skills list that I would highly recommend that you do is to take a break. If you are working on a major project, or you're trying to meet a deadline, or you just got a lot that you are juggling at one time, just take a minute and just take a break. And sometimes taking a break means literally getting up, walking away, going into another room, doing something different, just stopping what you're doing and taking a break to disconnect. Okay, that is perfectly okay. You can still meet your deadline and your timeline, but you got to pace yourself. And part of pacing yourself is taking a break, stopping, disconnecting for a moment, and then come back when you're refreshed. So number 6 for coping skills is to get physical. And this really piggybacks off of taking a break, because during that break, it's ample opportunity for you to get up, move around, get physical, do some exercise, go for a walk, a run, a jog, sing, dance, do something to move your body, release that energy, that built up tension, loosen up those muscles, get that heart rate up and back down. I mean, just up and down, but get up and do something and move and get physical. It really does help with releasing endorphins, improving your mood, really breaking that tension and anxiety. So again, step number 6, or coping skill number 6, is to get physical. So number 7 on the coping skills is to have that emotional outburst. I know a lot of times we feel like we cannot have that opportunity to really express our emotions, and it's perfectly normal to express your emotions. And sometimes that may be allowing yourself to cry. If you need to go and scream in your pillows loud as you can, if you need to, they have like these places now where you can go and break things and smash things. I mean, allow yourself to relieve that emotional energy. This really piggybacks off of, getting physical and taking the break, but really just allow yourself to release that big burst of energy and that emotion, so you can get rid of it. And once it's there and once it's released into the atmosphere, it's gone. And now you can get back to focus and problem solve and really work through what's causing you stress. So my last tip for you as it relates to coping skills would be to get organized. And when I say get organized, I mean gain some control. Take back the control. This may mean kind of starting from scratch, making a to-do list. This may mean kind of organizing your thoughts, organizing your emotions, organizing things that you have to do. But just getting in control. It really just kind of take time to weed out things that I can control versus things that I cannot, and really focus your effort on the things that you have control over and can do something about. That way, those things that you don't have control over and can't do anything about, they're not stopping you from taking care of this part of what you can do. And so therefore, I have 8 tips for you, some coping skills that you can adopt. Again, feel free to modify these to fit your lifestyle, or if you're using teaching coping skills with kids, these are all things that they can do as well. Feel free to let me know how you guys are coping with the pandemic. Comment below. Remember to like, subscribe, and share to this channel, and I'll see y'all on the next video.